Hey everybody, it's Stephanie, and today I'm going to be doing the pharmacy technician Q&A video. So basically I just want to start off by saying every state is different. Every state has different obligations of what you need to do to become a certified pharmacy technician. Different states may require more hours behind the counter, more hours of practice before you can become certified, and then some states apparently have to have you take a test. When I became certified, I actually didn't have to take a test. I just had to pay a little over $100 to get that little certification. And where I work, they don't want anybody working behind the counter who is not certified. And I know a lot of places are like that, especially places like CVS, Walgreens. Big companies like that really don't want people behind the counter who are not certified, because then that makes them responsible for whatever accidents may happen. So it's kind of hard because you want to get your foot in the door, but they're not going to hire you unless you're certified, and you can't get certified without having hours behind the counter. So it's just really hard, and I know that you guys are having a hard time. I can totally understand that. I just got really lucky. I guess I was just in the right place at the right time, and so I'm just going to tell you guys how that happened. So I'm just going to start answering some questions from you guys. So the first question that I got was from Kayla C, and she said, "Hi, can you make a video about being a pharm tech?" Yes, so I know I said that I was going to get this up by Friday, and I'm sorry that it took so long, but I'm doing it now for you, so this one's for you. Okay, so the next question is from Isidore M, and she said, "What did you use to study for your PTCB?" So to answer your question, Isidore, I just had to pay a little over $100 to get that little certification, and then I was allowed to work behind the counter without training. So yeah, that just took, I think it took me about 3 months worth of training, but it's not about the months, it's about the hours that you have behind the counter, if that makes sense. So the next question was from Diamond Eyes 1993, and she said, "What school did you attend to become a pharmacy tech?" Okay, so I actually did not go to school. You have to have a certain amount of hours until you can apply to become certified, and then you just have to pay a certain amount of money. Now, when I got my cosmetology license, that was different. I had to go to school, and I actually did have to take a test. So to answer your question, Diamond Eyes 1993, I did not go to school to be a pharmacy tech. I did have to go to school to become a cosmetologist. That was a completely different story. And I actually did have to take a test after my schooling to get my cosmetology license. Not that that has really anything to do with the video, but I just kind of want to give you an idea. The state of Florida, I guess, just has different rules. So all I really had to do was just get some hours behind the counter, just more hands-on training. It wasn't really schooling, it was just more of hands-on training. Okay, so Radiant Fox said, "What pharmacy are you a technician with?" And she said she's a certified pharmacy tech as well. I actually said in my last video that I didn't really want to say what company I'm with, just for safety reasons. But I absolutely love the company who I work for. They're amazing. So I'm not going to tell you what company I work for, but I'm just going to tell you a little bit about them. It's a big grocery store who has a pharmacy in it. So when I first got the job with this company, I was a deli clerk, believe it or not. And I loved it. It was great. I made a ton of friends being a deli clerk, and I thought I was pretty good at it, and I really liked it. But then I just started to have a lot of health problems. When you're a deli clerk, you're slicing meat, and you're basically just doing this all day. And along with my health problems, my shoulder just really started to hurt me, and I was I feel like I'm literally grinding my joints, and I come home sore every single day, and I was only 19 years old at the time, and I was coming home sore every single day. The health problems weren't from being a deli clerk, but I don't think that it was making them any better. So with all of the health problems that I had, I actually had to be at the pharmacy a lot picking up medications and all of that stuff, and so I kind of saw what they did, and I was like, wow, I really want to do that. So I just figured the type of personality that I have would just be way better served in a field like that instead of in the food industry, because if you guys are a longtime subscriber, then you would know my first job was at McDonald's. And then my second job was as a deli clerk. All I've pretty much done at that point as experience was in the food industry, and I was like, this is not for me. Like, some people are capable of it, I'm just not. I was just done. I was like really just over it. So I asked my manager of this company if there was any way that I could transfer to the pharmacy department. And he said, no, we don't have hours right now to give in the pharmacy department, but if you wanted to cross-train, that would be an opportunity. So I wasn't able to get out of the deli. I still had to work there, but I was able to cross-train in the pharmacy, which is actually how I ended up getting enough hours to become a certified pharmacy technician. So as I was training, I was just going back and forth between jobs. Some days I worked in the pharmacy, some days I worked in the deli, and then, you get customers who are like, oh, you're just all over the store, and I just, have to laugh like it's not the 50th time that I've heard that this week. But, no, I'm just kidding. I love my customers. But, so it got kind of frustrating going back and forth. So then a year went by, and I talked to my manager again, and I was like, I'm certified now, and I'm still working in the deli, and I'm really just, I don't want to be there anymore. Is there any way that I can just move all the way over to the pharmacy department? And he said, well, yeah, you can, but we just still don't have enough hours to give you. So what I ended up doing was I became a floater. And what that is I go to different stores around. So as you know, I don't want to tell you guys what company I'm working for, but take Walmart, for example. Like, they have different locations all around counties. Maybe there are like 20 different stores in a county. So for my company, I worked at those different stores in our county, and from a certain mile radius, I just go to different stores. Like if a technician calls out, then I'll go and I'll fill in for them, which was, it's a really good opportunity. I really like it. But I would like to just be at my home store that I've been. I've been working for this company for 3 years, but I've been a pharmacy tech for 1.5 years, so almost 2 years. So, kind of good news and bad news. My amazing coworker named Heather is actually going to be moving to nursing school, and they say if she gets in, then I'll probably just get her position, which she's gonna get in. Like, she's like the smartest girl I've ever met who's my age. I'm so jealous of her. But so it's like bittersweet. I'm gonna miss her so much, but it's also really good for me because I'm gonna be getting her hours and, more income. Obviously, maybe I can finally move out of my parents, who knows. As you can see, it was a long journey of me to finally become a pharmacy tech and not have to work in the deli anymore. It took a lot. It took me asking my manager at least 5 times before it actually happened. So I think the moral of this story is persistence. You have to be persistent. If you really want to be a pharmacy tech, you're going to find a company who wants to hire you and wants to train you. Granted, most companies aren't going to want to train you. They're going to want to hire somebody who is certified. But if you just keep looking and you keep asking, you're going to find something. My mom always says, if there's a will, there's a way. So just keep trying. If this is really what you want to do, you're going to do it. Trust me. But I will say, something that somebody told me before I became a pharmacy tech, I actually never really understood until I was in the job industry. You're going to see a lot of messed up things going on. If you want to become a pharmacy tech to help people, you might want to look in a different direction because yes, we help people, we heal people with medications, but the things that go on in the pharmacy industry is so messed up. I actually wrote a whole essay for school about this subject because we were like allowed to pick our topic, and I ended up getting an A on it. But it's so true. Like, it's just really messed up how the pharmaceutical industry takes advantage of people, and I'm actually experiencing it myself. It's hard for me sometimes to even be able to pay for my medications. Like, it's ridiculous. And it's just all because this whole industry is so messed up. So if you want to do this because you want a job that's helping people, this might not be the job for you. If you're a highly sensitive person like me, you kind of just have to numb yourself, because the things that go on, it will hurt you, it will break your heart, because when I see other people hurting, it hurts me. That's just something that somebody told me before I got into the industry, and I'm really happy that they did. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. I know that's not what this video is about, but definitely something to just be aware of. But yeah, so if you haven't, I know this was like a very vague video. My frickin' camera kept cutting out, and I need a new memory card or something. I don't know. But if you guys have any more questions, you can leave them below. That's just how I became a pharmacy tech, kind of my journey. It was a very long, like, year journey of me trying to get into being a pharmacy tech, but I finally did it with persistence. Finally, and I'm so happy and I'm so thankful for my job. Even though I said, you know, there's things that break my heart every single day, at the end of the day, I love my job. I absolutely love being a pharmacy technician. You know, you're on your feet all day, and I can't stay still, so it's a perfect job for me, because, you know, you're constantly walking around and, you know, filing things and getting things off the shelf, and yeah, it's, you know, it's a great job. I love it. It's got great benefits if you find the right company. And if you want to go for it, and you will do it. So, thank you guys for watching, and good luck in your journey, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!